on the attack.
Okay. We've got Navi on defense, Giants on attack.
A
Yeah, it wasn't K-Pop. It was Liquid. It was Liquid, then Vitality, then they beat Heretics. That's the percentages.
Searching for their first pistol since
but honestly, it's all three good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 3 good teams on this map.
Supported by Angel coming in late, and so twice as many players already out of that first engagement, and the spike dropped.
And the FPX buy at 10 for free up is on defense, yeah. I mean, how fair play, how you ever meant to trade that? Or like get more than one.
Into the back lanes. He's done decent chip damage.
Yeah, I think in general, like both of these teams do it. The 3-2 buy on defense always worries me a lot.
Half a chance, but
I tell you what, the 3-2 worries me, but I don't mind when teams are buying like Marshall out of the 2, and it's like a 3-1-1. That's kind of, that's like that's the one that I don't mind the most. Let's see what they actually buy now we're talking about it on defense.
Another pistol round for them in this series. As I already mentioned, that's now their 4th. GX only picking up 1 in the second half of Fracture.
But I think doing it at 10-3, I think you just gotta
I think for both of these teams, it has been
try to
a
finish it
mental
out
battle
early.
at times, getting used to the environment, especially for Na'Vi. Players like Koala Noob who've had to travel across the Atlantic to get here.
Yeah, they go for it again. 3 guns into 2. Again, if one of these was a Marshall, I wouldn't mind it too bad. And then maybe you change it up if they maybe change it up if they buy a if they get a plant even.
I mean, this is falling flat all across the map. Players looking to, I guess, get engagements, but it's easily dealt with for right now for Navi.
Yeah, very, very nice though.
Flawless.
This is now going to be an incredible bonus though.
As
much as we don't like it when it goes well, it goes, goes great.
Pearl started, if you recall back to how that one went, pistol in the first half. Yeah, well, listen, we can just sweep that under the rug for a minute. Well, hopefully we can sweep it under the rug and not have to think about it, because right now the momentum looks good for Navi. An anti-eco flawless puts the bonus round into a really hot contention when you look at this buy.
Okay, no matter what happens here, we pretty much have to stay
tuned
tuned because Giants have a good defense.
Focus on mid again, and Ruxic already spotting Tomasi jumping from market. Respect given by GX in this situation. Yeah, I mean, the thing that worries me right now with this bonus round, right, is Heretics were able to convert it last time GX started on the attack.
So Navi,
and also
Omen Astra, and I mean, at the moment to fight over towards mid, they're doing like fast layer smokes. Then when they get through that in terms of the stun, second layer smokes, then they re-cleared this, now they go back to their original layer 1. Very nice, now they can just hold this with 1, they can get the rotate heavy over towards A. With 50 seconds left, 3 people here. Very nice, we've got the wall aggro over towards this as well, which they can Omen flash off of and swing. And you would be committed. Hey, this is nice.
Details to remedy this attack side, and so they go into a loaded
well, Roxic goes for an absolute play here.
Black and yellow shirts to help support. Koala off the back of Ruxic with his utility in tandem. The Paranoia could have just set up for yet another kill instead.
Yeah. Do we have an extra layer for this? Oh, that's nice. You see it on the floor, you know that he's here.
The spam, fortunately enough, though, has not landed. 20 seconds.
Double swing? Dude, the flash. Dude, Navi look nice here.
On the arc grows, they're happy to give up heaven.
This was cool though, this was really cool, especially over towards middle, right? Double one-ways, back up smoke. Back to the one-ways once they cleared it. Good early round for Navi to like show dominance of middle. I really like this round for them, it's good.
The anti-eco, like putting down a smoke, you've got a player that can TP in, maybe you're throwing a breach flash on it as well. Purpo also has the shadow step as well as Tomasi. But then you come into a round like this, the full gun round, and it just doesn't feel like there's all too much thought behind it. It's very direct, it's very straightforward. And
Enzo's so good, dude. Thank you for saying that.
The initial engagement in mid when you don't actually take that space
I think
away.
I know what you meant. I appreciate you, dude.
towards this round, GX are going to put their focus in mid. So are NAVI. 6 players
Clutch, I guarantee now this is a
total.
2-2. Me and Sideshow went NAVI, TMV, Shire went Giants.
An initial drone not really getting the value either.
Dude, we're out here punishing middle every single time. We got multi-smokes into 3-person fighting round back-to-back.
They are always dropping in these early engagements.
So Giants probably gonna have to time out. But then it's like a weird one. Do you then go heavy over towards the sides, or do you think that they're then going to leave over towards middle?
Well, Purple gives away another pick towards NAVI. They did have control of main, but instead repositioning on the side, looking to brawl.
You would imagine Koala cleans this up.
Bodies that drops. Can there get any better than this? No. GX, a volley of kills. 3 back from them to stop NAVI going any more than just their 3rd round. This be a little bit out of character. GX looking for a foothold. Ruxic does take 1 back, so it's a 2-on-2. And as isolated as Hero feels with the stun, the players reposition without the open plant. GX a grouped up pillar.
What a shot. Whoa, jeez, man, double. Okay, well, it was looking kind of rough, to be honest.
Go and deal with the round.
The 3-person sight hold didn't actually get any. Nicely done from Hero. He's having an insane impact at the moment. He's averaging a 1v3 every single map so far. Beans up these. Could have been costly.
They peek Hero.
They do peek Hero, and Hero just holds the line. I can feel the frustration coming across from you. They're getting away with bloody murder.
Yeah, they are getting away with murder, but the point is, though,
did he really wanted him to say it?
Mistakes that aren't being forced out by NAVI.
Gotta go hunting for kills in those situations.
Okay, and NAVI win the mid battle.
Come back to it once again.
It forces Giants over towards B main instead of their first focus on the default. So question mark create. Oops. Question mark created over towards here, but they still been holding mid the whole time. And insta re-clear of the question mark over towards B. Didn't clear this corner though, so still a lot of question mark.
Same time though, a move towards A. Full setup.
Okay, full clear now.
For Hero.
Full clear. Is it in time? Rotate comes in. They got wall, they got smoke, they got potential Astra Suck as well. They get 3 kinda here. They're out of position.
A bit of a poke through the cage. Left unanswered.
Oh, it's a great Omen flash. Does he check close? Oh, the rocket blocked the west side.
Which is put to rest early. The fuse cut short. West side with a double. Still, GX in control by 1 player. But they haven't yet hit the site. Look at the control, which NAVI currently hold on to. 2 players still playing from elbow.
Hero
One of them,
again.
trying to walk his way out from screens to support Hero.
Dude, that smoke.
Hero with a double.
That smoke was incredible timing.
By himself, scratching his head, wondering, how have I found myself in a solo position yet again?
I think we're all scratching our heads and thinking
lovely
about
little double swing on this one. Dude, that's
yet to have an answer from GX.
The MVP smoke right there.
Map. And the start.
Same on the last 2 maps, because Fracture began, NAVI 5-1. Second map, NAVI 7-0. Split, NAVI 5-0. Again, it takes a little while for GX to get into these maps, and it goes back to the discussion I had right at the beginning of this series as well,
because
in terms of the sides that
from what we can see, they have to take middle, right? But middle's going to shut down too heavy. So the most obvious call here is for them to go heavy over towards A heaven, and then you split over towards middle, like a 1-2-2, or even you could do like a 2-3. You could do like a 1-1-3 probably. Is what I imagine here. So I would honestly, it would be a very, very bold call from NAVI to do this, but I would love for them to kind of put the op on middle and then punish heavy over towards A main or something like that. We'll see. I'm pretty confident they'll go A heaven. Or they're just going to force through middle, in which case, God knows. I mean, it's also an eco on this one, so it probably won't happen until next round. I don't think NAVI needs to change too much, really, though. Like, if Giants can't take middle, they can't do too much.
Not showing enough for a top-tier team.
NAVI, on the other hand, showing the value of their individuals.
Okay, so I imagine next round we'll see this on
attack.
attack.
Ruxic, the two anchors,
with like
yet to register
pressure.
a death so far in this map. It was Ruxic who stepped up massively against Apex on the closing one there. As into this
Okay, NAVI did give a middle more here. No way. He shot the drone and ended up owning him.
Only helping to do so further, and there is support for NAVI now.
Yeah, Seas is brilliantly placed. Shao getting one, but there is a trade on to Angel. Now NAVI comes straight back in. Spike completely lost, completely cold. And how did GX get back up towards Heaven to collect that?
Well, Purpo has the ult, so that's one way to do it, and he's going to quickly snatch it back. Last time we saw this 2-on-2, it was a similar setup from GX. Got to be aware of the walkout spawn, and the cam has checked it this time.
Oh, they're ready for this. Double holds. Damn, again this guy. Again. Another 2v2. Insta headshots.
And he's still yet to die. He has not died so far yet in this map. Whether it's his site that they hit or a retake situation, the spike didn't even go down here, Cairo. As Hero gets another couple of kills, now has the Steel Garden as well as this Cosmic Divide. Tools for a potential retake, as GX have a couple of their own, which could be huge in gaining access early, and that looks like what we're going to get now that the rifles are back out.
I mean, it was around about the 7th round last time on Peril that we saw. There's a 7th round before we saw GX answer back, and it was the ultimates to help do so. I don't know how Angels managed to survive.
Now they're really expecting like harder pushes on the side at the moment.
Jack Igo was giving away bundles for every time that he was Angel was having an opening death. But I think so far this series, you know, his wallet is safe for now. He's been doing a pretty damn good job.
He was giving away bundles for every first death of Angel.
But right now, they do have.
Wait, aren't the bundles like pretty expensive?
Queued up to hit the A site. The first is the Yoru, and well, it's only just spotted a player making that cross towards elbow, and Koala gets away with the kill.
Yeah, and this is something that's been really good from NAVI. The
protocol's been able to
play off site. GX have got onto it, but Spike's still in Heaven. They've completely left it. The breach was left.
Wait, what the hell is going on? What's Ruxic doing?
Right now for Giant X.
Oh, guys, please play together.
Cloud bringing it back to 2v1.
But where have we seen this before, Cairo?
Thank you.
Hero to close another round from a similar position. 7-0 as it was on Pearl. That ended a 9-3 half, but coming on to what will be another eco round, even with the max loss bonus.
I mean, fair play. Giants have a really good defense on this map.
But
my god, does their attack suck?
The ground is
Let's
falling
quickly look at
beneath
Giants'
their feet
attacks
on what I can say is probably
so far
the
on this,
second or
it must
third
be
map
crazy.
so far this stage I've seen a similar thing happen.
I would
third or fourth.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you look at like that first split, the kickoff, and how that happened.
Against
Giant
Liquid,
X looked so much better.
they got
winning
2.
Consistently up towards 8 or 9
against
rounds.
Vitality. I mean, honestly, against Vitality, they got 6. Is that right?
Split, into split 1. They have looked as if they've had a massive performance drop-off, whether that's because of the group that they're in and there's more scrutiny on them. But they're playing against NAVI right now, and it's the same thing again.
Koala Noob's operator.
2-6 and then 2. It's not too bad.
30 and 10.
Average about 3-4.
Kills versus op deaths. Almost all of those deaths being dedicated ops. You know, like, you have to try and find a way to clear this guy, or he will make a huge problem of it. GX into the late round once again, and you're hitting another stacked site. NAVI are so prepared for this. The utility is there. They'll be ready for the flood out elbow when it comes, but that's if you don't already stop them in tower.
I mean, Angels just walked out in towards main and got a pick as all players were looking towards Heaven. And again, NAVI are happy to give this up. They're playing towards CT. And GX look as if they're scratching their head for a way to get onto the site.
Bro can't die at the moment.
Always this guy at the end of the round, but so many fate's already settled, as that will be his first death
Come on, man.
on Split.
Come on, dude, at least reload. Angel can protect you.
He's got no time or options. Forced to run into the gunfire again as Angel adds number 8, NAVI, claiming the gun round.
But there's the same issues that we see from Giant X time and time again, right? Like,
wait, he had no bullets at all? Is in none to even reload? Oh, okay.
Right? Like, going through
oh, my guy's spamming.
To bust out onto the site, and the protocols every single time from NAVI are good, and it comes back to that point you were making earlier about the NAVI podcast.
Shout out to the NAVI podcast, man. You know, but it's a valid point you raised. These things take time.
Yeah.
It has been a process for this roster. If you expect instant results with player changes,
this is what I thought they're going to start doing more like heavier over towards Heaven. Tail offset strat for this one. Are they just going to TP into the corner again? No, they still struggle to get through the choke. They're finally here and there is no flash. But this is the problem with the solo Yoru. I do find it weird that when I watch
which is constantly repeated.
Is this not the one? Like over towards B? Is it because people start shooting the TP these days?
5 players stand between West Side
and then as soon as they can't take middle, they just can't do anything. You got to give it to the NAVI game plan though. Like the NAVI game plan completely wrecked them here.
Yeah,
the two big Byrons, they shut them down over towards middle, and they look lost.
Find a way to come back into this game, because right there,
as soon as they can't take middle, they're trying to do these solo side hits with the Yoru, and then they've been TPing in too much over towards A that he's not even taking the TP anymore, and he just wants to run in, and they got so many people here. Form stop him from going in, flash, they got wall.
There's just no engagement in the ebb and flow for me. It just feels so one-dimensional, round after round. Okay, we have a little look.
I stayed in touch with DDK. I speak to him every so often. I like Dan a lot.
There's always a counter, and this time it comes in the form of Koala. First picked up, even Angel
so
winning
desperate.
against the Stinger close range. Nothing going
They caused the
GX's
force
way.
over towards middle, and the Omen Flash looks good.
Forces try and regroup with the ragtag weapons that they've got. A couple rifles, if anything. They do eventually gain some ground, but it's in spite of the fights in middle, rather than as a consequence of them.
Yeah. I mean, right now, 2 players start like sitting in heaven for GX, while you're seeing Purple go and exploring the other side of the map. But again, like
the one pass and fake over towards A. Hopefully, try pull some rotates.
Like, sure,
I like this from NAVI. Like they're constantly playing together though.
At the same time, they're not doing anything to force out and NAVI into positions that they want, force rotates, etc. And the spike's going in towards spawn.
Make sure that they clear out the garden. That's where Rooks
they got pretty good timing on this. By pretty good, I mean incredible timing on this.
Now where'd you go? Okay, you're in defender spawn. We've still got Purple in tower, but you have to win these fights. And so it's into
the spike again. Dude, the spike is the spike in this game is dying in the most crazy positions. Heaven when there's 2 on site. Heaven when there's 2 on site. Spawn. This one was the least criminal, I guess, just purely because of 3v5. You got to try something mad.
Conclusion, as many of these have been. It's cool to make that play and say, yeah, let's run in spawn, but you can't plant the spike.
Surely they can fight mid a bit better. I really think they would benefit from just going. Wait, they have an Omen, right? I really think they would benefit from TPing on top of the box to see over the smoke. They like freely roam behind the smoke.
And NAVI actually calling. Sorry, it's not NAVI, it's Giant X are actually going to call a timeout here.
Oh, you bloody hope so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they got to work a way to force through middle.
Second map in a row.
I do think they TP into that smoke.
Giant X find themselves 10 rounds down.
Like if this is.
10 rounds played.
Wait, how does the bottom of split look?
And how they've set up. I think it's hard to say that they've put a foot
right, if this is, oh my goodness.
15-1 is exemplary
this
of
is the Vance. Wait, this is.
You wanted to see Pips and fuming, and this would be it.
What are you even saying to the players right now as well, right? Like,
this is
going wrong. wrong, right? You need a mental reset completely.
The last thing
Like
you
this,
want
and
to
this is
see
the
is a
stats.
disconnect between the coaching staff
So this
and
is
the
mid at the
players,
moment,
because
right?
as soon as that happens,
And then obviously
then
they're
the
coming out
rift
from
is
here and
only
here.
gonna grow. You have to try
This
and
keeps
find
them
a
getting
way to
smoked,
give them
so they
some
should be
confidence.
TPing
It is
into
one
this
round at a
smoke.
time. Cloud
Then you can
inspired
see
the
over
comeback
this
last
smoke. Then
time
you can
out
kind of
versus
spam him.
Heretics. Some of
Then
this
they have
region's
no
best.
safety over
And in
towards here.
terms of last
So
year,
they should
the
use their
best
smoke
that we
against
had
them
as far
over
as the
towards middle.
international stage are
Like this
concerned,
smoke here, their stage 1
Navi
smokes,
on the hunt
I think they just TP
to
into
try
that.
and
And then when
collect
this
one of those
smoke
playoff
goes out,
spots and
then they
hopefully
don't have the freedom here. They
Masters
probably
later
get caught
down
out.
the line.
Then you know that the
Discount
Euro
five
can
is
TP
everything.
here.
I think
And then
for
if they
me,
do kill
coming
you,
from last week
like
into
everyone
this
just
one,
spams the
Navi
left.
look
Or
as
you
if
have
they're
someone that
starting to
swings
build
out here because this
on
guy's got the
good momentum.
angle.
Giant X
I mean, that's
on
the
the other
thing that I
hand,
would do.
look as if
Or you
they'll
just
let
do the
it slip
normal,
towards mid.
what I said
Navi
earlier
look
in the
to
first
go.
time out, where you're doing like a
Good plays from
3-1-1 and you're
Giant X there
actually
as well.
just taking
Roxy's
A heaven
up,
fast.
quality
And then this guy can't play
right
here, so
side.
then they have to all be left side. Because you're pinching over
Position,
towards
so-
fence.
Roxic there, but he will group back up
They
towards
have
B.
two options,
The other
but they're not
utility
really
obviously going off as well, that has
doing
all
them
the
too much.
rifles
Like imagine a
beginning to
TP up here
fire.
right now. Once the
At the
smoke
same
goes,
time,
you see over
Giant
towards
X
him.
haven't committed
You know
anything.
for
And
sure
look
you're
at
fine.
Navi, with so many bodies towards this B side, you're thinking they
I
have
mean, honestly,
to be
can they even
proactive.
play Vents, bro?
One
Look
of
at
the
their
ways
comp.
to create that pressure, scaling towards A with the
I'm
tools
pretty sure they
that
should
you
be able to
have,
play
Purpo
Vents.
smokes, the cages, but it all comes back to that mid-duel yet again, and it's been one-way traffic. Roxic given the green light on yet another op kill, and while Tomasi will have embedded himself within the mailroom.
And I think for me, right now, like you're seeing Navi's game plan at work.
Okay, they
They're
are through
fighting
middle,
B, they're
though.
fighting mid, but they're not fighting towards A. And Giant X
Probably
are
one of their
thinking
better
that's
chances.
a good sign, but that they're playing into Navi's game plan.
3 players here again. And with ults as well, every single player towards this
Romanor
side of the
insta
map
gets
has
shot.
that tool
Drone
to
at
work
least
with.
clears the top of heaven.
This is
That
the same
TP
round
onto
we've seen many
default
times
again.
before.
Fakes
What's
the
different for
TP.
Giant X?
All
Steel
goes
Guard
in.
comes out,
25
showstopper
seconds.
available, doesn't look
Can't
like
really
anything's
cancel because of
changed,
these two
Gyro.
too far
I'm
away.
concerned for GX right now.
Going for headshots
I'm
with the ult.
terrified. The utility seems to be a little bit better as Navi are hounded down towards the back of the site, but time is low.
seconds.
Just like you say, there isn't enough. Any time would be
Spikes
great.
There's
but
spikes in
like
heaven
you
again.
say, I don't think
No, man,
GX
not
know what to do
again.
with it. It's Tomasi
Why
the
is the
last
spike
one
been
left. He
heaven
needs to get
3
the spike,
times and
but
we're hitting
where is
sight?
it? Heaven. It has been for the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, right now, Giant X are in hell. And I don't mean that. I don't mean to call it or any part of the map. I mean quite literally, they are 11-0 down. If we move into the next half and Navi win pistol and anti-eco, it's all over.
Yeah.
And again, like we've spoken about it, right? Fight B, fight mid. That's what Navi are doing. We're not seeing anything different. Please show me something different.
Please, please. No, I know what you mean. Look, people were saying coming into this one, there was potential for Mud Valorant, but this feels more like Groundhog Day, the way that things
No,
are
they just can't. Yeah, they just can't
consistently
problem solve.
repeating
That's it.
for Giant X.
It's still a
As nice
really
as
good
it's been
game
for
plan from Navi, in my opinion.
When push
Like
comes
they
to
heavy
shove,
shut down middle.
GX have not been up to par. A little play into Koala. He does have
Oh,
the
this
shorty
this
inside
nice
this
reaction
smoke,
though.
and so
Smoke into
really,
a flash,
the
and then
value
obviously.
isn't gained.
Okay, dude, they might get around here. They might
It's not
actually be able
gonna
to get over
cleared.
towards sight.
It's another direct sight
For sure that.
And Hero, fully blinded, has walked away with murder.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're still not past the post. Right, Tomasi's the only one in sight. He has 32 HP. He's dead. Salvo's dropped. And what happens? Koala inside the smoke with the shorty getting at least one back, but there's twice as many players. The last one left to West side, as he always has been. 12-0 Navi. As good as the
They were
hard work from
okay,
them,
chat. They were
that is
11-1
maybe
down
the
last
poorest half
week.
that I might have seen, and we saw another 12.
It's only
Yeah,
one
we
extra
did.
round.
But with that being said,
That's
though,
it.
there is a lot to come back from this one.
Was
We'll
it
need
11 or was it
overtime
10-2?
and a Giant X miracle.
Oh no, it's 10-2. Oh
We'll see
boy,
what happens
that's 2
on the
extra
next
rounds.
half.
That's double the amount that I thought it was. Hero? No, Hero is going crazy in this.
Through the time ticking down. All you need to find is one headshot. Might just be able to clock this one out and send them to the grand final.
Can we get a 13-0? Well, let's see, man. See what the pistols got for us. No matter what I say, you guys will say I'll cast it, so I'm not gonna address it. Mixwell? He's written out the tweet. No doubt about it. Is he live right now? Let's see. Mixwell. There he is. You got the tweet up? Doesn't have the tweet up. He's smiling though. I think he's writing it right now. Are my Navi stocks going up? I mean, this was a good game plan from them. I don't know, really. I still think that comps are a little bit questionable on some of the maps.
I know it's only our second week in VCT EMEA, but it's another 12-0. I wasn't expecting to find myself in this position once, let alone twice. From that BBL Liquid game to this one.
Yeah.
And
okay,
from
12
that
chances.
GX performance to this one, it's the same stat again, and it's actually bad that I
Okay,
knew
nice
what
one.
that stat was, because it's not the first time it's been raised. The last 13-0 in EMEA was back in 2022. For the new viewer, they're probably thinking, what's an Oglu? Isn't that what Eskimos live in?
Oh, mate, that was poor from you, but I agree.
I liked
for
it.
every single time that we'd been in this position, I would have
That was you? Wait, Boo, you got 30 no's?
We've been in this position twice in 2
weeks. What, in 3 series? God forbid. Can Navi see it over the line? It's Koala Noob again. The most first blood success rate of the top 5 duelists, and he's going to keep doing it. Hero
Whoa.
with 2 more kills, as it's been said multiple times.
It's
Purple
really
was the
on.
last player left on B.
It's really on.
Eyes. A West Side 1vX, but this time it's to stop pure embarrassment.
It's been a similar storyline. Time and time again.
Shortly, man. Koala still has a nade.
Are looking down the barrel.
Oh boy, the 13-0.
Navi are the ones to deliver it.
They 13-0'd them. What a game plan, though. It's a great game plan on defense. That was very, very nice.
And as good as GX had looked in spells
Yeah,
throughout,
rough
not
one for
just the last
Giants.
series,
Really
but
rough.
this one as well, especially how things started out on Fracture. They have been
Dude, split's crazy for them. They never get a good half. Well, they always get one okay half normally. Obviously not here.
Starting to build towards the kind of form